Senator Mohammed Ishaq Dar held a telephone conversation with the Foreign Minister of Egypt, Dr. Badr Abdul Ateh, and Palestine issue was discussed in detail. The two foreign ministers expressed grave concerns on the situation in Palestine, calling for an immediate end to hostilities, unhindered humanitarian assistance, and respect for international law, and also discussed coordinated diplomatic efforts in support of the Palestinian people and emphasizing dialogue to preserve regional peace and stability. Whilst on Egypt, let me also inform you that we issued a press release on this also, that Pakistan and Egypt held their 10th round of annual bilateral consultations virtually last week. The Pakistani side was led by our Additional Secretary Middle East, Mr. Zahid Hussain, while the Egyptian side was headed by Assistant Foreign Minister for Asian Affairs, Ambassador Amr Hamza. The two sides reviewed bilateral cooperation and agreed to further enhance engagements in trade, investment, education, culture, science, people-to-people contacts, and also reaffirmed their commitment for strong regional coordination and cooperation in multilateral issue. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, moving to a subject which is close to my heart and as well close to my other hat of as arms control, disarmament, and national security. On 24th July, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with Comstec, launched the first issue of the Journal of Science, Communication and Diplomacy for 2026, marking the second year of its publication. The journal provides a platform for diplomats, scientists, academics, and policy practitioners to engage in discourse at the intersection of science, technology, and international relations. The inaugural 2026 issue featured 11 articles, including 7 authored by the officers of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There's one article also by by our Foreign Secretary, Ambassador Amna Baloch. Let me also acknowledge the editorial and compilation work of Dr. Muhammad Adil, our Deputy Director in Actus Division, who was instrumental in bringing this publication to the fruition. Copies of the journal, I believe, is available here, so please pick it up if you are interested in this subject. With this, I conclude my opening statement and open the floor for question answers. Thank you. Ji Anas.
Thank you so much, spokesperson. Sticking to the issue that's close to your heart, on Actus, there's a documentary.
On Actus?
On Actus, particularly. There's a Deutsche Welle documentary, or a DW documentary, that has been critiquing Pakistan's nuclear program at large. And we've seen that the so-called invited experts as well, they've critiqued on it as well. Your comments on it, on the documentary which has been criticizing Pakistan's nuclear program at large.
Yes, we have seen this documentary. Pakistan rejects this misleading documentary aired by the DW, which is nothing but the regurgitation of hackneyed and speculative commentary and biased sourcing. The documentary reflects either a profound misunderstanding or a deliberate disregard of the history, evolution, and rationale of Pakistan's nuclear program. By lending a platform to such poorly sourced and one-sided content, DW risks undermining its own credibility and reputation of professional fact-finding journalism. Responsible journalism demands rigorous verification, balance, and context, not amplification of recycled conjecture and unfounded insinuations. The DW must uphold these tenets and exercise greater editorial responsibility when reporting on issues with far-reaching implications for international peace and security. Pakistan has full confidence on its robustness of its command and control architecture, as well as comprehensive technical, a legal and institutional mechanism governing the nuclear safety and security and our wider nuclear program. These arrangements meet the highest international standards and have been consistently acknowledged by independent international experts. Thank you. Pakistan TV.
Assalamu alaikum, Azad Kashmir, Pakistan TV Digital. So 2 days ago, the government of India banned our X and YouTube accounts in India. What does the ministry have to say about
I'm sorry?
Banned our Twitter, X and YouTube accounts for apparent reasons. What does the ministry have to say about that?
Does it surprise you?
Not really. We were actually expecting it way before, but I mean, it's always...
Well, the decision by the Indian government to block access to social media accounts of Pakistan TV Digital as well as other social media accounts is entirely in keeping with its established pattern of suppressing information and peddling an officially sanctioned and carefully sanitized version of the so-called reality through blind media that it has in its own country. Factual reporting has no place in the captive ecosystem prevailing in India. The frequent lapse into escapism exposes India's deep intolerance for independent voices and its increasing reliance on repressive and restrictive measures as instruments of state policy. Let me add that the international community, including representative media organizations, should take full cognizance of the Indian government's curbs on the media and the shrinking space for free space in India. Thank you.
तर्जुमान दफ्तर ख़ारजा ताहिर हुसैन इंदराबी हफ्तावार न्यूज़ ब्रीफिंग दे रहे थे, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि पाकिस्तान के जौहरी तहफ़्फ़ुज़ और सलामती के इक़दामात को आज़ाद आलमी माहिरीन तस्लीम करते हैं। इस मौके पर उनका कहना था कि भारत का पाकिस्तान टीवी और सोशल मीडिया अकाउंट्स तक रसाई रोकना मुज़ाहका ख़ेज़ है। यहाँ लेंगे ब्रेक।
ये वो नुस्खा है जो हमेशा से चलता आया है। बाल बने 5 गुना मजबूत और 3 गुना लंबे। फ्रेश एंजॉय अनियन एंड रोजमेरी शैम्पू, वही राज नया अंदाज।
Margala Orchard Walk by DHA Islamabad.
मेरे पास है नया विम डिश वॉश लिक्विड। इसकी सिरके और लीमू का ताकतवर फॉर्मूला निकाले चिकनाई और बदबू चुटकियों में। नया विम डिश वॉश लिक्विड
पूरे शहर में फैल चुकी है आपके टॉयलेट की